Yo, what is up, NPL fans? Shoutout here, coach of Bayern Munich, and welcome to NPL Season 6, Week 5. This week, we're up against Aberforth, Ape, and his Brisbane Brelooms. As always, his link will be in the description below. Make sure to check him out along with all the NPL links. Abe's a fantastic dude, a great player, so yeah, definitely check him out. He's currently 3-1, number 1 in our division, or in our conference actually. So that's pretty wild. There's also the other NPL links, the channel, the fan doc, and Twitter. Check out all of them. There's some great stuff on there. And of course, as always, make sure to check out our graphic artist people, Flying Bird Fries and stuff. Fantastic work they're doing for the NPL, and yeah, absolute legends. So let's actually get into the matchup. My team is over here. I haven't made another change. This is the exact same draft as last week. I probably won't make any other changes. Probably gonna drop Turd in it at some point for something that seems a little bit more useful in more matchups, despite it being, you know, the god. And here, over here we can see Ape's team. He has Katana, Zerkatry, Nidoqueen, Buzzwole, Sableye, Diamantine, Alone Ninetales, which is his newest transfer, Pelipper, Poliwrath, Kyurem, Megalovania, and Leavanny. His Z-move uses, as you can see, are his 3 Ultra Beasts. The man just went all the fuck in. He also had a Guzzlord at some point, which he, you know, in a very smart transfer dropped for Kyurem. So, pink, by the way, means free agent stuff. So, yeah, so that's that. His team is very scary, but he has some weaknesses. I didn't bother filling out either of these because I didn't need it. But shop fucking Google Sheets. First thing, his team is pretty slow. He has 2 things at base 109, and then he drops down to 95. So there's a really big speed gap in there that I can use with some of my Pokemon, and just having Torn, as well as Raichu, which naturally outspeeds his entire team, which definitely threatens him quite a bit. Another thing to note is that his team has fairly lackluster special bulk, I feel. It seems very physically bulky, with things like Katana, Buzzwole, Sableye with Will-O-Wisp being pretty bulky on the physical side, Pelipper, and Poliwrath usually being more of a physically defensive wall, and Megaltaria having Cotton Guard and stuff as options. So it seems very physically bulky. On this special side, he doesn't have much. Like, Katana dies to everything, Zerkatry isn't bulky, Nidoqueen has pretty solid bulk, but not, like, incredible. Buzzwole dies to anything, Sableye doesn't take special hits, Diamantine doesn't take anything ever. Alone Ninetales is decently bulky on the special side, but it just has a shit defensive typing, so not too helpful in that regard, but it does obviously have the Aurora Veil, which is definitely something that I have to prep for, I have to look out for, because that's fucking scary. Because, like, Zerkatry and Katana behind screens is just not something I want to fuck with. Pelipper, bad special defense, Poliwrath pretty good, Kyurem very good special bulk, Megaltaria solid special bulk, pretty good actually, and then Leavanny is Leavanny, it's decent bulk, but its typing makes it completely irrelevant what its bulk is. So, that's that. His team is very weak on the special side, so that's one thing to note. Other things is that Katana as Z-move user is very scary because all-out pummeling is going to do a ton to my Skarmory, and I had that in mock match, so I had to change my team after that, after realizing that all-out pummeling does a million to my my dedicated Ultra Skarmory. So that's that. Not too worried about Zerkatry, honestly. Buzzwole is a little scary, and then Kyurem Mega Alts are pretty worrisome, I'd say. Yeah, those are very scary. But his team is very great offense, not great defense at all. Shut up, this fucking Camtasia. So yeah, let's get into team. And as you will see, the first one that we're bringing is Erigor, the Tornadus Therian. Another thing worth mentioning, his only flying resist is Zerkatry. So, and he has lackluster special bulk. What does that mean for all of us? Choice specs Torn T, because it also outspeeds his entire team. So Torn T is a ridiculously big threat to his team. Definitely the biggest one against his team. Choice specs Hurricane, Air Slash, U-Turn, HP Ground, with enough speed to outspeed Katana and Ninetales. Not much to say. Hidden Power Ground is to hit Zerkatry and do a ton to that thing. And Hurricane Air Slash, very spammable. Air Slash just in case I don't want to miss. I want to have a secured kill against something like Buzzwole that's getting a little scary, stuff like that. So yeah, also kills Katana, so it's all fine dandy. Yeah, Torn T outspeeds his entire team. It kills literally everything. Zerkatry in general just can take 2 Hurricanes, but not very well. Max Spadef Megaltaria has a chance of taking 2, but it's not a good one, and Spadef Kyurem can take that. Spadef Kyurem is definitely a big problem to my team. regardless. If he brings that, like sub roost is just scary to my team. So yeah, Tonti does so much work. I absolutely love it, and is hopefully gonna fuck shit up. Next up, we have another very big threat. Is that's Tiny Blue Manaphy, Leftovers Hydration, Skull, Dazzling Gleam, Subtail, another very standard set. Timid with enough speed to outspeed the likes of the Manatan, max special attack, and 14 HP. All of his water resists, barring Livani, are weak to Dazzling Gleam. That is a good thing. I can sub very easily on pretty switches, like the Mantan is not necessarily going to want to stay in. He's probably going to keep that flicking if he brings that. I can sub on choice lock Pokemon. I can sub on the Sableye. I can potentially even sub on Palpa, depending on his like, you know, he's probably not going to stay in if he does bring that in the first place. Poliwrath, I can sub on that. I can break my sub, I'm fairly certain. So basically predict the switch, go for sub, take low up, kill everything. Very standard stuff, nothing too fancy. I was considering a bunch of, not a bunch, but a couple other different variants of the set. Like Calm Mind Rain Rest was looking pretty solid, but not amazing, so I didn't bother. Sub Calm Mind, obviously, but I just wanted the immediate power of Teglo, which I think was much better in this matchup. So, yeah. That's that. Next up, we have Titania Discovery with the Rocky Helmet, Sturdy, Whirlwind, HP Fire, Roost, and Defog. Physically defensive with enough speed towards speed Nidoqueen. So, I'm bringing Defog. What is this madness? This is partially because he has Sticky Whip. This is also because he has a Roller Veil. I want to get rid of that shit because I just don't want to fuck with it at all. So I can defog on that. I can defog that stuff away. Not have to worry about that, and be fine. Whirlwind over anything else because I just want to whirlwind things that Brave Bird doesn't do much against most things. So instead of that, I can whirlwind things that are looking threatening out, like Malatoria and whatnot, and that's going to be fine. HP Fire is standard to Katana. It actually kills with Rocky Helmet damage if he is uninvested. So that's cool. It's a cool thing. I'm pretty sure it kills. At least it comes very close, and after rocks it kills. So something like that. It does a ton because it's HP Fire to Katana, even with base 40 fucking special attack. So yeah, little X scores on how frail Katana is. Next up, we have Duct Tape the P2 with a Violet Trace, Tri-Attack, Recover, Ice Beam, Toxic, Max HP 144 Defense, 112 Special Defense, and a Calm Nature. That defense method means this is basically standard prep, but I changed it a little bit. With that defense resistance, I can take a +2 Sacred Sword from Katana, just about. Max roll is 99.4%, I believe. So I can take that, fire over an Ice Beam, and be a happy camper. Do a ton of damage to that, and hopefully have it weakened at that point already. I don't want Katana to just be at full. That's just not a thing I want. So the thing, deals with Megalatoria pretty well at calc. It doesn't do much with anything really. So I can take those hits, I can Toxic, it can recover up, Ice Beam. If I trace Pixelate, that's gonna be fucking spicy. I can also hit the Sableye if I trace Pixelate, which is very cool. And the thing also checks Circuitry, which is cool. It deals with Nidoqueen. Nidoqueen can't really touch P2 unless he's a Life Orb Focus Blast variant. And it takes it from the Mantan, which is important because I don't have much to take it from the Mantan, as you can see. So yeah, it also deals with Cure. That's another thing that's important. So, next up we have John Babe, the members with the Choice Scarf, Thick Fat, Earthquake, Ice Crash, Superpower, and Hidden Power Flying. Max Tag, 248 Speed, Jolly Ninja, and 8 in HP. That's enough to outspeed a Scarf Buzzball if that is necessary. So, HP Flying to kills uninvested Buzzball, guaranteed. If he has little investment, it's still a very good chance. Even if he's max HP, he has a very good chance of tweet KOing. So, like 60-something% chance, I'm pretty sure. So, all good in the hood. I didn't want to take anything out of bulk or anything because I want the bulk, like at the 8 HP might make more of a difference than the 8 in special attack, I'm fairly sure. So, you know, I didn't need any special attack investment. I didn't want to go naive or hasty either. I felt like that was a waste because HP Flying is very situational. I'm probably not going to click it, but if I do, it's going to do some cool stuff. So, yeah, that's Mammoth's plan. Scarf Mammoth is phenomenal in this matchup, in my opinion. It checks Katana, it checks Circuitry because if for some reason you don't know, there are no Z support moves allowed in the NPL, so you don't have to worry about fucking Z Hypnosis garbage Circuitry shit set. That's fucking stupid. So that's cool. I can outspeed that regardless and just bop it with an Earthquake. If you scuff Circuitry, not as big of a deal because P2 is chilling. Depending on if he locks himself into a grass move against Mammoth, then Tornty just comes in and claims a life. So that's all fine, Danny. The thing just deals with so much. If he doesn't bring Scarf Diamante and deals with that. If he brings Cure, I can superpower that thing's face off. it obviously does a ton to Megalatoria. So Mewnich is just phenomenal in this matchup, and Scarf is just really good against this very offensive team. And last but not least, I had Raichu in this moveset initially, in this slot initially, because Raichu was looking pretty solid. I don't actually remember what I had. I think I had some spicy stuff that I'm not going to mention in case I somehow end up in playoffs and end up playing Ape. So I opted to change it to Tangrowth because I had a mock with my buddy Matty Brolic. Shout out to him for helping me a little bit with this team, and I got plastered by fucking Katana, so I was like, okay, Tangrowth, save me, daddy. So yeah, leftovers regenerate Leech Seed, HP 5, Giga Drain, and Toxic, max HP, max defense, 4 special attack. This thing is just a fucking monster of a physical wall. If it actually takes a Flabber's from the Mantan, which is pretty wild. I can get a Leech Seed or Toxic or even a Giga Drain off, depending on what I feel like is appropriate in the situation. If he's DD Megalatoria, if he's fully physical, I hard wall it because I'm a Tangrowth. It deals with Poliwrath if he brings like a Belly Drum variant and Rain, which could be a problem at this point. So I have something to check that as well. Never underestimate the current tier picks. And hard walls Katana and can actually take a hit from Buzzwole, get a Leech Seed off or an HP 5 depending on the situation. And yeah, just in general, Leech Seed is very, very good against the team because only grass type is Katana and I am the counter to Katana. So yeah, I am fairly confident with this matchup, honestly, because I think I have a pretty strong matchup and hopefully I can win, and hopefully Manaphy is going to do some stuff. It's been a while since I actually did some stuff with Manaphy in draft. Granted, I haven't drafted in a while, but you know. So yeah, that's the team. I'm going to pause and then we'll get right into the game. Okay, so we're the game, and as you can see, Ape elected to bring Megalatoria, the Manatan, Buzzwole, Xurkitree, Nidoqueen, and Kartana. No Kyurem, which is very surprising. No Sableye either, which I think is very surprising as well. Because at this point, I don't know, I just felt Sableye was a really good bring against my team. Just because Will-O-Wisp is very, very spammable against me. You can knock off P2 and just have a hard counter to that. And just in general, I felt like it was a good check to Mamoswine. And such like. Was there anything else? I think it helped him check Tyrantrum, which otherwise is a bit of a threat. Emphasis on bit, wasn't too big. Also Mega Manicham. If I brought Mega Manicham, holy fuck, I don't know what he was gonna do if I brought Manicham. Like I don't know, I'm not sure. So yeah, if I brought Mega Manicham, that would have been very spicy, but you know, he had Sableye at the hot corner, he didn't bring it, which is very ballsy. He wasn't bring Kyurem, he brought the Mantan set, which I didn't expect, honestly, too much, just because I have Manaphy, and if I'm a bulky Manaphy, the Mantan can eat its dick, literally and figuratively. Does Manaphy have a dick? I'll leave that to the comment section, I will not comment on that. Yeah, didn't expect that as much. I thought Kyurem was a fantastic mon against my team, as I don't have a fairy. My dragon resist is a Skarmory, so I felt it was a very good bring. He elected to bring D6 instead, which is fair. The Mantan is still a threat, checks things on my team. It's definitely going to be Scarf, I feel. If he's banned, he just gets a kill when he comes in. He does, even man if he gets 2 killed, because I'm not a fat set. I can definitely see that, but I felt like Kyurem was the better breaker and even potentially a better Scarf, honestly. But, you know, whatever, things happen. Pokemon were brought. I'm leading with Mamoswine because Mamoswine just gives me a phenomenal matchup against anything. I beat Nidoqueen 1v1 because it can't kill me unless he's the aforementioned Focus Blast. If he does that, he's going to miss, so it's fine. Can hit Darmanitan up with an Earthquake. He's not going to want to stay in probably because I could be Sash. Hit the Altaria and even hit... Jesus Christ. Hit Xurkitree, of course, and potentially hit Katana. So basically everything barring Buzzwole is an okay matchup. Probably not going to stay against Katana though. So yeah, most likely Xurkitree, Nidoqueen, Mamoswine somewhat covers both of them. So I'm going to lead off with Mamoswine as he doesn't fair lead with Nidoqueen. And I'm just going to go for Icicle Crash because this thing is going to die except he is Focus Sash. So do we get a flinch? We're going to flinch. So he gets up his rocks and I'm just going for another Icicle Crash and knock him out. So apparently someone told him that I don't bring hazard removal. Or he knows, I don't know. So he decided to bring a lead Sash, Nidoqueen. Lead Sash, rocks, Nidoqueen. Which is fine. Nidoqueen goes down, so I don't have to worry about that thing anymore at all, and we're up 6-5. Now, Icicle Crash was my best move to lock myself into, in my opinion. Because Buzzwole takes nothing from Earthquake, I don't want to get that thing in free switching because I don't have a good answer to it barring the Skarmory. So, which is a okay answer at best. So he brings in his katana, and I'm just gonna go hard into Tangrowth. There's no way I'm not doing it. And he goes for his Z, and I'm like, okay, buddy, we can play this game. I'm taking this. He goes for Z move. I'm getting a little scared. Maybe it's the X scissor, but as you know, it is the all-out pummeling, which I expected, and that does a lot, but not enough. And HP Fire is gonna take him out now. There was a chance of him having X scissor, and the X scissor was definitely gonna kill me. However, I think that's completely impossible for him to actually bring, just because if he has X scissor, he's missing out on other coverage moves. He needs a Leaf Blade because it hits my team incredibly hard, and I have a Mewnich, which threatens his team so much that he can't afford to not bring that. He needs Smart Strike because it hits Torn-T, and he needs the all pummeling, which he just, or the Sacred Sword, to hit my Skarmory and P2. So I don't think there was any room for him to bring an X scissor at all against my draft. Smart Strike was also for Tyrantum. So yeah, I don't think. I guess Sacred Sword does the job. Whatever. Yeah, I was fairly sure he wouldn't bring X scissor. Even if he did, I would have lived that. Let's see, was Z X scissor, which would have been fucking next level shit. And then Skarmory is the counter, I suppose. So yeah, we take that and go up 6-4. So we're already up 2 kills, but Tangrowth is gonna go down this game, this turn. I don't have any reason to keep it. He's gonna reveal that he's Air Balloon circuitry now. I could have easily gone to P2 and taken 5% from a Dazzling Gleam roughly, but I can't risk him tail glowing up because he's gonna do a butt turn to P2 after tail glow. I think I can live still, but I don't want to take that. So yeah, staying in with my play at this point. Tangrowth doesn't really do anything that is necessary for my team. So yeah, I'm just gonna side that here, and now he gets the Beast Boost. That is unfortunate. I'm going into Mamoswine. I'm going for Icicle Crash because I don't need Mamoswine that much, and I have 2 other things that would speed this thing easily. So and as you can see, he didn't get a speed boost, which is impossible for Xurkitree. I'm like 99% sure to get a speed boost off of Beast Boost. So I'm just going to Mamoswine, go for the Icicle Crash, and like certain other NPL members actually do see Air Balloons, even though it's Showdown and you obviously see it. Go for the Icicle Crash, and as you see, I get a flinch, and that is unfortunate because he would have killed me. However, I don't think it matters all that much because as you can see, as you will see, he goes into the Manton here. It definitely sucks. Like it definitely changes how the game goes in that sense, but I didn't need Memo, and all I needed on Xurkitree was damage. I could have done Revenge Kill it with either Torn or Manaphy, and if Torn is in, things will die, depending on how if I hit Hurricanes. If Manaphy comes in, he doesn't have an answer left at this point, so I felt that didn't matter all that much. Like it definitely sucks, I'm not gonna deny that, like, didn't change anything, but I don't think it's a big game changer, if that makes sense. So yeah, he brings in that thing, he takes the recoil, and that is a ton of recoil plus the Icicle Crash, so he's getting low, and I'm just going to go to my Manaphy here. So at this point, it's turn 8, I can already lock up the game potentially. Seeing as this is Scarf the Mantan, which was another reason why I stayed in with Mamoswine, then I can take 2 hits. Okay, so sorry for that awkward pause there, I don't know what I said, but I'm just going to act like that never happened. So yeah. Bring in Manaphy, and I'm going to tail glow up here because this is Scarfer confirmed by Mamoswine going, but yeah, going for levels of Mamoswine outspeeding me. I actually in the game thought he couldn't be adamant. I thought it wasn't possible because otherwise Jolly Mamo would outspeed him. Turns out it does, and I'm just stupid. And the 15 base speed difference only applies to some Pokemon. It's really weird, and I'm stupid potentially. So. I say potentially, I'm stupid. So yeah, I thought he would have to be Jolly Scarf. Turns out that he can definitely be Adamant Scarf unless he's fearing a Scarf Drapion, which is unlikely, or Silvally. So yeah, so I go to Manaphy knowing I can take 2 Flare Blitzes and then potentially lock up the game here, barring a very, very, very special defensive Mega Altaria or a Scarf Buzzwole. So I'm gonna go for Tail here. He goes for Flare Blitz and he gets a crit, and that is fucking shit. So he crits me, and now he's gonna kill me, and he's not actually even gonna die to the recoil, and that is pretty garbage. So yeah. As turned out, after the game, he told me he was Scarf Buzzwole, so I wouldn't have won the game. Also, he was very, very, very fat Mega Altaria, as I think you will see that. I wouldn't have won, but I would have killed that thing, for one, and it would have still had Manaphy alive, and I would have gotten to see what he goes into. He would have gone to Scarf Buzzwole and locked himself into a move, and unless that move with Thunder Punch, Torn T comes in and claims alive. Now, if you were to go into Megalataria after this, I go for a +3 Dazzling Gleam and do an absolute shit ton to it. And then it's in range for P2 to not only live a hit, but also just kill it, and then I win the game from there. Now, if you were to go into Scarf Buzzwole afterwards, which I think was definitely going to be his play, things might have gone differently. I don't think I would have definitely won that game at that point, but I would have been in a much better position than at this point, where my Manaphy is dead, his Diamantine is still alive, and everything is terrible. And I don't know whether he's Scarf Buzzwole yet either, so I don't know anything about his team, and like from what I know at this point in the game, he might still be, like I might have just won there, but in hindsight I wouldn't have, but yeah, so now I have to go to P2. It's the only thing can actually live with Flare Blitz at this point, and I'm going to trace Sheer Force, which is pretty spicy, and just roost up, not roost up, recover up, and Flare Blitz does do a million, but not enough, and recover up. So, also, as you can see in chat, I had 40 HP investment, so an Adamant, which he was, Adamant Flare Blitz, had about a 20-something% chance to kill, so yeah, I'm not saying that it wasn't a misplay on my end, because I think it was. Honestly, I probably should have gone for the Scald there, but the option of locking up the game was there, and it was pretty big. Plus, I think no, ignore me. Yeah, basically, shit sucks, and I'm sad, and I don't know. I don't know if it was a misplay. Honestly, not sure. But yeah, so P2 as he goes into circuitry, I'm just gonna try attack. If I were to recover there, that would have been a pretty good play. But again, the problem of him tail glowing is like this the fear, that's the word, of him tail glowing. I can't talk today. Jesus fucking Christ, is way too big. I don't want that to happen. So I can't do it, because after the tail glow he kills me, or has a chance to kill me at least, and then I'm low. Even if he doesn't kill me, and then Megalataria just wins. So I can't do that, so I'm gonna have to take the L, and by the L I mean the T-Bolt, and go for Tritech. I don't know. I think recovering might have been a better play in hindsight, because if he kills me, I then go into Torn, I kill something, and then I go into Skarmy no matter what he goes into. Now if he's Scarf Thunder Punch Buzzwole, that could become a problem. Actually, Scarm takes 2, so yeah. Probably recover was the better play there, but I don't know. I guess I was flustered by the crit for sure, so it, you know, happens. So that thing goes down. He goes into Arnie, and I'm just gonna go straight into my Skarmory. Probably should have gone to Torn there, because Torn would have easily chewed this, because Torn is a monster. But so does Skarm. It does nothing essentially. It does a lot, and I'm gonna make the play of going for, I'm not sure, I think I go for Defog. Right, Defog. That was not the play. I go for Defog just because I don't want to take rock damage on my P2. But I don't think that was the play. I really don't. Granted, I don't have much I can do to make Megalataria, but I could have whirlwinded and see what he goes into, or what he does. And at this point, P2 is gonna fire off an Ice Beam, and that does nothing because I don't have the Sheer Force I traced earlier, unfortunately. And he doesn't actually kill me with a turn. So if I would have known that, like, it's okay. Here's the thing: I didn't calculate Ice Beam damage because I'm a fucking terrible player. I am just gonna blame that on probably still being, I don't know, annoyed by that crit, something like that. I don't know, something stupid. And I didn't calculate Ice Beam damage, which would have told me that he's a very Spadef Megalataria, and I could have easily taken, not easily, but more likely taken a return from here. So, yeah, I should have recovered then, and then Toxic. I probably should have Toxic first, then recovered, and then Ice Beamed, something like that, instead of the Ice Beam play I made. But that's hindsight, more than anything. Yeah, and he's gonna knock out my P2 here with the return. P2 goes down, and I'm gonna go into Skarm, hoping that he doesn't have Fire Blast, but he's gonna have Fire Blast. I have a Skarmory, and does he have Fire Blast? Does he hit Fire Blast? Because I go for Whirlwind here, he does hit a Fire Blast. That's unfortunate. So that thing goes down, and Megalataria is gonna be able to kill my Torn T with the return as well, and that's gonna be the game. yeah, GG Ape for sure. He prepped and played very, very well. We talked a little bit after the game. I think a little bit, quite a bit actually after the game. But yeah, I am just not happy. I'm very, very, very sad because this, I don't know. It's Pokemon. It's a bit of a silly video game if you know you ever played it before. That was only 20 turns though, so a lot quicker than last week. Definitely some minor misplays on my end, I feel. Nothing too big. I think some mild flaws in prep, but I think I was overall very happy with my prep, and I still am. Some things I could have definitely done better. Yeah, that's what I have to say, I think. Maybe I should have brought like something else. I don't know. I have ideas if I ever play in playoffs again that I am currently going through. Whatever. Yeah, GG definitely played fantastically, prepped very well as well. But I'm not happy with this game. I'm just not. Yeah, it was a good game. Like, I'm not gonna deny it. This was a good game, even though it was just 20 turns. But you know, who's gonna be happy about crits happening and then there's a flinch? I think it would have been a much better game overall if there was the hacks. But that's Pokemon for you. You know, sometimes hacks makes games more exciting, and sometimes it makes them a little shittier. And this was definitely one of the latter. So, yeah, regardless, GG Ape, make sure to check him out in the description below. Fantastic guy, and as you saw, very, very good player as well. DD Megalovania was very, very scary, and a good bring on his end. Definitely, like he was very speed F variant with enough speed to outspeed Manaphy and Mega Match with +1, and then Fire Blast return. Definitely very good bring on his end for sure. And yeah, it's gonna take the game here. So, we are now 2-2, which is not where I want it to be. I definitely want to be 3-1. Because I had a good matchup. But these things happen. So next week, that's another reason why I want to win. We go up against Zazo Iron Flash Gaming and his Detroit Butterfreeze. And you guys might know I played him in a League War. I lost. Did best of 3. I won 1 game and lost the other 2. And I definitely didn't get ridiculously lucky in that 1 game I won. Yeah, so that's not gonna be an easy one. He has ridiculous draft, and yeah, we'll see if I can somehow pull the victory. But yeah, it's gonna be hard because this team is scary, and Zaz is a fucking phenomenal player, one of the best draft league players out there, and he beat my ass before. So yeah, we'll see what we can do, and hopefully we'll pull the win. His team matches up incredibly well against me. He has like 3 things that just 6-0 my team, so you know that's a little fun times there for me. So yeah, that's gonna be it. Tell me what you think of the team and the game and the hacks, if that mattered. If it didn't matter, you know, you're free to tell me that I'm wrong, or that I'm right, or whatever. Just tell me things and go check out Ape. So, that's gonna be it. Thank you for watching. Make sure to leave a like, leave a comment, leave some nudes. I will appreciate all the videos, and hopefully see you guys next time. Goodbye.